Alright, it's day one of my 28-day vlog challenge. I'm going to post a video a day for the next 28 days. See if I can build up some kind of consistency. Today it's a beautiful morning, as you can see. Sun's just coming up. It's my favourite time of year. Changing of seasons, days getting cooler, going into autumn. And it's 1 week today that I leave to go back to Cape Town, my hometown. So I haven't been there for 10 years, and yeah, I'm starting to look forward to it, getting excited about it now. It's going to be a great opportunity to record some video there, see how much has changed since I was last there. Going to go back to see my uncles and my family, who I haven't seen for 10 years, like I said. It's been a bit on my mind leaving my family, being so far away, but I'm okay with that now. It'll be the first time I've done that, leaving my family, and the thing I realized is that it's that fear that what if something happens with what if the house catches fire and I'm half the world away from them. And I wasn't intending on talking about that this morning, but here you go, it's there on my mind. What I was actually thinking about was the way the value we attach to things and how we live in the material world. So that's a much more philosophical kind of line of thinking. I was going to use my microphone this morning, but the battery was flat, so I had to charge it. Yeah, my mind's going everywhere as usual, but I kind of want to record that. Maybe I'll just sit down here. We're thinking about the impermanence of things, the value I've attached to things, and watching my house burn and losing all the things that I accumulated over the years. I kind of got attached to material things from living in a developing country in Zimbabwe. Then we'd go on holidays and we'd go to even South Africa or going overseas and see all the books and comics and things that were available. I accumulated all those things, and the things that I had, that like books with autographs. Anton Corbijn had signed a book. I met him at the screening of his film Control. I think I had a Hal Hartley signed book. Those are some of the things that stick in my mind the most about the things I lost. Obviously, photos and the girls' drawings, their artwork and stuff from school. Gosh, this is really good that I'm just documenting this today, because, like I said, I didn't expect that I'd be talking about this, but I'm okay with that. So it's been on my mind as well. I really haven't been as exercising as much these last several weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and that bugs me because I've made such a habit of exercise. I've also been eating more than I would like, and that's to do with comfort eating. I guess it's I feel like I'm making excuses, but it's the stress of trying to make something of this YouTube creation, and as well the idea of leaving my family behind to go on this trip. So part of today and what I want to do for the next 28 days is really focusing on that sense of, for want of a better term, legacy, putting down a record of my experience, my thoughts, disparate and rambling as they might be. Not that I necessarily think that YouTube will be here for the next generation, but and it's not so much a vanity, it's more, well, like I say, it's to communicate with you, to maybe touch someone like you who might find this useful in some way, and maybe you might feel less alone in the world. That's really what it comes back to. The idea of, I think of my favourite topics, the things I could talk about, back to It's Just Storm, YouTuber, whose video I was watching yesterday, and I realised that I say all the time. That's my pausing. Maybe I'll stop. Maybe in the next 28 days I'll say that less. Getting back to things I can talk about, one is my experience, my lived experience, traveling, moving home, and the idea of what home is. Another one is 80s music and movies. I could talk about that for hours on end. It's one of my special interests, for sure. Another special interest is the movie Heat, Michael Mann's masterpiece, and I think it's interesting that Heat 2 is coming out supposedly sometime soon, and just the idea of as Neil McCauley's character, Robert De Niro's character Neil McCauley says, I'm alone, I'm not lonely, and getting back to that idea of the lie the character believes. That's a big idea that plays in my mind as well. The idea I had that I was going to be the next George Lucas, as I always say. It's this kind of phrase that I've lived by. That was the lie that I believed as a character, and where I'm going with this now is that I'm just trying to say that my life is still I'm okay. I can still be a valid person and have lived a decent, reasonable life without making a movie that's changed generations like Star Wars, right? That's a pretty tall order. There's not many people who do that. So yeah, the idea of putting something out there that can help people, and I don't exactly know how that's going to be, and I'm okay with that. I think just showing up and being here and doing it is what I need right now. Just being present, and I really like the idea that people talk about doing the reps. I can relate to that with going to the gym. You just show up and you keep doing it, and in time you'll deliver results. And you might not be able to predict or see what the results will be, and you certainly won't know how you'll feel, how you'll, in my case, to have changed the way I feel in my body, a very physical, absolutely physical thing, after decades of feeling I could only feel one way about my body. That's amazing. I couldn't have known how it would feel without doing it. So that's where I'm going with YouTube. I sort of have an idea of, if only I could help people in this certain way, people who've struggled to change who struggled with, anxiety, depression, ADHD, all the things that I kind of plug into, and trauma, loss, devastation. It's a fun chat on a Sunday morning. These are the things that are on my mind all the time. So getting back to, where I haven't been as physically active these last few weeks. Not only that, I haven't been creatively putting stuff out either. So part of doing this morning is just to release that, to express it and set it free. Very much back to the idea that's always been a massive one for me, the idea of catharsis, which I think I've always thought of as creative release. By creating something, you let go of those emotions and thoughts. If this resonates in any way, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear comments from anyone. At the same time, I feel great for getting up and doing this. I'm liking the light that we've got this morning as well. It looks like another beautiful day in Melbourne. So I'm conscious that I'm coming up to, I've set myself a 15-minute time limit for these vlogs. So if you're going to stick around for the next 28 days or some of the next 28 days, I'd love to hear you drop in, and really love to hear your thoughts, and hopefully I don't know, we can take some kind of a trip together. I'll certainly take you around, show you Cape Town, see what it's like now. Yeah, I'm going to sign out for now. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.